Guys, I am here to get in the Punch Drunk Club, which is directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, released in the year 2002. And this just holds up as one of my all-time favorite depictions of just an original kind of atmosphere, completely from start to finish. Perhaps one of Paul Thomas Anderson's most warm perspectives, completely different from anything he'd made before or since. This is also just a completely original moment. Seems very particularly like a French New Wave influence kind of way about it. And it's colorful cinematography, and even though it's his shortest project, it also has the most long takes in it in all of his filmography, which is very fascinating. It just seems very influenced by a lot of Coen brothers and David Lynch, conveying anxiety-inducing atmosphere with more of a sense of hope, perhaps, than those directors generally would lend to it. It's just got a really distinctively anxiety-inducing way about it, but ultimately uplifting. And this is just, it really is just kind of fascinating to me. Like, take it in the screenplay, how rich this is. And for such a short film, it's like only like 90 something minutes long, but it feels like it's as epic as all of his other projects. And whenever his screenplay is dissected, just at how much is conveyed in all this, I think it's just very rich and just colorful depiction. And it kind of just feels like one of the most subtle projects in P.T. Anderson's filmography, as it explores a lot of just self-loathing qualities within. You could say introverted anxiety is the film. Adam Sandler would equally deliver the film Uncut Gems from an extroverted angle. This is like a more of an introverted angle on that kind of madness, and it just kind of explores that dynamic that ends up being just very original from start to finish in its cinematography. Just how wonderful the dynamic is from start to finish. It's just a perfect kind of just fearless sort of depiction. It kind of feels like it is kind of like uniquely rule breaking in a ways that kind of foreshadows a lot of like 21st century era comedy filmmaking. It's just kind of like almost rooting a lot of, I think, these ways in a really subtle sense. And yeah, this is just a really wonderful, confident follow up to his 1990s outlook. This is like kind of building up to his 2000s, which he's just kind of looking at Adam Sandler. He's like a huge fan of Adam Sandler, as I have been my whole life too. Just so many of his comedies he's made, and his dramatic performances are the best. Like, I mean, absolutely, like top three has to be like this: Uncut Gems and Spaceman. Yeah, this is just wonderfully eccentric, like from start to finish. And I just think the balance between Adam Sandler with Emily Watson, and as well as Philip Seymour Hoffman, is just completely timeless. And it's just the way everything is just kind of told by way of like a lot of large empty spaces, frequently like silent moments, and it's just like the directing is just like the main character in a way that just gets so close to the heart of Sandler's character. And this is just a very original film from start to finish. Just very unique and heartwarming, also just very exciting in a lot of ways. It's just kind of a conquering of anxiety happening through a lot of this project that I think is really wonderful and actually quite transcendent in the way that it explores it. Never again quite like this angle in P.T. Anderson's filmography. It kind of is looking at a lot of the root of madness, and it kind of like just brings a sense of uplifting nature about it. Just to a very timeless extent. This is just an all-time favorite project. This is just completely gorgeous from start to finish. And this one just really holds up every time we rewatch it. Just so many details, so many just warm-hearted moments throughout a lot of like anxiety-inducing scenarios. That everything about this just is timeless. It holds up perfect as a completely original moment in P.T. Anderson's filmography.